Hello champs, in this video I'm talking about the very important topic of the core Java that is known as a access modifier in Java. What is the meaning of access modifier? What types of access modifier are in Java, as well as what is the scope of particular access modifier? All information about access modifier are covered in this video. So if you have any doubt till now about the access modifier, so after watching this video I am damn sure all doubts about the access modifier are clear. So let's start this video. Now start the video. When I'm talking about the access modifier, question is, sir, please discuss what is the meaning of access modifier. After that, I want to talk about the what types of access modifier provided by the Java. So the meaning of access modifier is what is the particular accessibility scope of members of a class as well as the class. What is the scope of a class and its member are decided by the access modifier. Means question is, am I able to use this method of a class outside the class? Am I able to use this class in other package? Am I able to use this class in other package by importing that particular class? So answering these types of questions are answered by the access modifier that are provided by the Java. Means access modifier are able to decide the accessibility scope of a particular member of a class or of a class also. So provided or means deciding the scope of accessibility scope of a particular member of a class are decided by the access modifier. So this is the meaning of access modifier. Means we are able to decide what is the scope of a particular member of a class by using the access modifier. Okay, so now talk about what are the types of access modifier provided by the Java. So Java provides us 4 types of access modifier. One by one I want to talk about all of them. First I want to list out all of them, all 4. So first one is private access modifier, second one is public access modifier, third one is protected access modifier, and last one is default access modifier. So first 3 means private, protected and public are the keywords that are provided by the Java, but default is not any keyword that are provided by the Java. Means if you are not writing any types of keyword, any types of 3 types of keyword in Java during the creation of a particular member, so that by default that become the 4th case that is known as a default case. So this is why Java provides us 4 types of access modifier in Java. And all of 4 cases have different types of restriction on the members for accessibility of the scope. So now talk about all of them one by one. So first of all, notice point here is for outer class, means the top level element of a program. What is the top level element? When I'm talking about the top level element of a class, so that is become the outer class or a class. So outer class have Java provides us we are only able to apply 2 types of access modifier on outer class. What I'm saying, Java provides us the way we are only able to apply the 2 types of access modifier for the outer class, that is public, and second one is default. Means we are only able to write the public keyword during creation of a outer class, or we are not writing any types of keyword, so that's why that become the 4th case, that is default case. So only 2 types of access modifier we are able to apply on the outer class. So what is the meaning of writing the public and what is the meaning of does not writing any types of keyword during creation of outer class? All of them are discussed. So when I'm creating a class, outer class, and I'm writing the public keyword, means public access modifier we are using, that time this class are accessibility, this class are able to, we are able to access this class not only the same class program, not only the same folder, as well as we are able to use this class outside the other package or in other package. Means when we are creating the class as a public keyword, public access modifier, that time we are able to use this class in all other packages. Means in any classes, in any folder, we are able to use this particular class when we are creating using the public keyword, public access modifier. But when I'm talking about the second case, that is does not writing any types of access modifier, means default case, second case for writing the outer class. So when you're writing the outer class, does not write in public keyword, so this that become the default case. So if our class outer class is default class, default access modifier is used, at that time we are only able to use this class within the same package, within the same folder. We are only able to use outside the package, outside the folder we are not able to use this class. So this is the difference between the public keyword and the default case, public access modifier and the default access modifier for outer class. Now I'm talking about all four access modifier for the member of a class. So first one is private access modifier. What is the meaning of private access modifier? So private access modifier is when we are creating any members of a class, and during creation we are using the private keyword, private access modifier, so that we are only able to use this particular member of a class which is declared as a private only within the class in which that are declared. Again I want to repeat, means when we are using the private access modifier, at that time we are only able to use that member of a class within a class in which that are declared. So this is a scope, means if I'm talking about the scope of a private member of a class, so the scope of a private member of a class are in the only the same class in which that are declared. What I'm saying, the scope of a private member of a class are in the same class in which that they are declared. So this is the first case, this is the first type of access modifier, that is known as a private. Means private access modifier is the higher level accessibility restriction access modifier. Now I'm talking about the second case, that is known as a public access modifier for a member of a class. When we are writing the public keyword during creation of a member of a class, that time that members, means when we are writing the public keyword during creation of a particular member of a class, that time we are not only able to use that member only within the same class, not only the same class, we are also using the outside the class, not only outside the class in the program, as well as for other package. Means if we want to use in other package, classes are also able to access this public member of a class. Means if we are using a public keyword during creation of a member of a class, that time we are able to use that member not only the same program, same class, or we are also used within the same package, not only the same package but also outside the package. In other package, classes are also able to use this particular public member of a class. Okay, if we are writing the public member of a class, so that public member of a class are able to use not only the same package but outside the package we are only able to use. So public keyword, public access modifier is known as a least restriction case. Means in this case, least restriction means in all types of cases, within the same program, within the same package, outside the package, all types of classes, all types of programs are able to access the public member of a class. So this is all information about the public access modifier. Now talking about the third case, that is known as a protected access modifier. So protected access modifier is the as in between private and the public. Means private protected access modifier is the less restricted to the private access modifier, but greater restricted to the public access modifier. So now talking about the protected access modifier. When you are writing any member of a class and during creation we are writing the protected keyword, protected access modifier we are used, so that time we are able to use that member of a class within the same package in which we are created. Means we are able to access that members within the same package, outside the package we are not able to use. What I am saying, if we are using the protected member, so that we are able to use that particular member of a class which is declared as a protected within the same package in which the class are present. If any outside the package, if we want to use that particular protected member, so we have to import the particular class and we have to create the child class or a subclass. So now what I am saying, if outside the package you want to use the protected member, so you have to use that protected member. So for that you have to, that class that want to use the protected member, that class become the child class of a particular class. Means outside the package only child class, only subclass of a class of a particular class are able to use protected member of a class. What I am saying, protected members are able to, you are able to use protected member of a class within the same package. If you want to use the protected member outside the class, so for that you have to create this, you have to create a child class of that class, so that you are able to use the protected member of a class. Okay, so this is the third point, that is the protected access modifier. Now I am talking about the last case, that is known as the default case. So what is the meaning of default case? Means we are not writing any types of keyword, any types of public, protected and private access modifier, so that's why that become the default case. What is the scope of a default access modifier? So Java provides a default case. So the accessibility or the scope of a default access modifier is, we are only able to access the default member of a particular class within the same package in which that particular class is present. What I am saying, we are only able to access the member of a class which is declared as a default case. That member we are only able to access within the same package in which that particular class is present. Okay, we are not able to access the outside the package or other package. In other package we are not able to use the default member of a class. So this is all information about the all four, means public, private, protected as well as default case. So this is the all information about the access modifier in Java. What is the meaning of access modifier, and what are the types of access modifier, what are the accessibility scope of an access modifier are covered. So for quick revision, summarize the video. So for one by one I want to discuss all of them in shortly. So for private access modifier, we are only able to use the private member of a class within the same class in which we are declared. Second is the protected member. Protected member are, we are only able to use within the same package in which they are declared. As well as if you want to use protected member outside the class, outside the package, not a class, if you want to use the outside the package to the particular protected member, so for that you have to create the child class of a particular class. Third is the public. So public is used for outside the package, inside the package, all over we are able to use the public access modifier. Public member we are able to use anywhere. Last one is default. Default case means we are not writing any types of keyword, any types of access modifier. That time the scope of that default access modifier is, we are only able to use the default access modifier members within the same package in which that particular class is present. Okay, so this is all information about the types of access modifier, what are the scope of the access modifier. If you have any doubt, so please comment. I am damn sure I respond your problem. I give the solution for that your problem. So thank you for watching this video and see you in next one.